Hello Libra, let's do your December reading now. Let's see what is going on for you for the month of December. We'll start out with some oracle cards and then I will do some tarot. I changed the spread a little bit. Hopefully this one is improved, better. So what do we have for Libra? Okay, you do have this one left over. Alright, so I had to pause to collect everything. So we have the full moon in Scorpio with it's time to release negativity. Okay. So it seems like this month you have some stuff you need to work through, Libra. This is a time where your shadow side could be brought to the surface. It could be eliminated. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening to my throat right now. I was fine before I started the reading. But anyway, something is coming to the surface here. Some shadow aspects perhaps. Whatever you consider negativity to be around you or inside of you. It's also being brought to your awareness, the stuff that no longer serves you, the stuff that is dead or dying, or there is some sort of a purging here that needs to happen, eliminating toxins, toxic stuff, toxic people, toxic behaviors, patterns, addictions, things like that. It's a little bit of a heavy energy, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it seems like that's something that comes through for you in December. I'm also hearing you need to kind of work through whatever is holding you back at this point. If you feel held back by something, that's something you need to look into or address that. Not so much to get mad at whatever it is holding you back, but more so in the sense of figuring out why. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Anyway, let's see what the flower oracle has for you. A flower for Libra, please. You have the number 1 with the Venus flytrap action. Okay. I will have to read that from the book because I don't remember this deck very well. But this is a carnivorous plant. Yeah, as the title says, it's a fly trap. So it does seem like you want something to be within your grasp here. There's a kind of a strong desire to what's the word I'm looking for? There's a desire in you to grab something, to hold on to something, or there was a message that came through, but it sort of just kind of drifted off. Possess, yes, that was the word I'm looking for, which is interesting because you have Scorpio here too. There's this vibe of possessiveness that's coming through these cards. Where is my little book? Okay. Let's see what the Venus flytrap has for you. this plant works by luring and retaining good energy that comes your way and will assist you to use these powers to boost your planned actions. It is also a protective plant as it scares off negative energy. If you want to attract love, and this might seem a little strange, but the Venus flytrap really is a pretty good ally. Interesting. I do get this sense of possessiveness going on here, but it's interesting that you also have a protective plant here that has to do with um, dealing with negative energy. So because you also have this negativity card here, it's like there is probably something around you that is quite negative, but you seem to be protected in some way, or you're protecting yourself. You may already know what you're dealing with, the situation you're dealing with, or the person or the circumstance, and it's like you may take measures to protect yourself against it, or the protection might come in some other form. Yeah, but it's also good to use your discernment here when it comes to what you try to possess or what you try to obtain, things like that, because there could be some shadowy things lurking around in there. Okay, very, very deep card so far. Let's see what the tarot has for you. Let's see if I can remember the format here. I do have it written down. Okay, there we go. So what do we have for Libra? Okay, some cards fell, but we're not going to take them because I have a plan. I have a spread. All right. So the first card is you, your current energy for the month of December. The second card is your focus. The third card is a blessing or supportive energy, a challenge in your surroundings, and the future. Hopefully these are all in shot. Yes, they are. Okay, marvelous. Well, you have two aces here, so, and you also have a number 1 in your oracle cards too, so you've got some fresh energy lurking around you. I mean, lurking is not the right word. Yeah, there's new vibes in your surroundings, in your life this month. I was gonna say Gemini, interesting. Libra, well, Gemini is your sister sign anyway. You seem to want to be pursuing something new this month with this Ace of Pentacles. Because this is your personal energy, I do feel like this Ace of Pentacles could be something that you're embodying more of this month. I read this first card as your internal vibe, or, you know, what's going on with you just overall. The Ace of Pentacles could be that you're embodying more of these qualities of being practical and being, I heard decisive, okay. Decisive, maybe you're being decisive with the Emperor being here. You seem to be more focused on something practical. Starting something that is maybe in your financial benefit, planting some new seeds here, trying out new things, perhaps trying out new approaches. You do have the Ace of Swords here too, so that tells me you have some new ideas when it comes to what you need to do in the future. It's interesting, your cards don't speak a lot about action. Um, you seem to have a lot of thoughts about actions. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. But you're a little bit kind of lax, I would say, when it comes to actually taking action. I don't know why that's coming through here. I mean, it's not, it's not so obvious in the cards, but you just seem to be a bit lax when it comes to actually being decisive, because the Emperor is your challenge, and I feel like that's where I'm picking up this vibe from you, where you're just being um I heard on the meadows. What does that even mean? You're on the meadows? I mean, I think that's an expression. It's like you're kind of like off into space somewhere in La La Land, off on the meadows. I don't know what that means, but anyway, that's what came to me. But when it comes to actually being decisive, it's like you are a little bit lax on that. It does seem like your intuition is telling you something. It's telling you that something is off. I don't know why I picked that up with the High Priestess. You have some strong intuition here where you're being told that something is off. Either something is going on with you internally, or perhaps people you're engaging with, or the circumstances you find yourself in. You seem to be a little bit off here. Something seems off. I don't really clarify this spread, but sometimes I feel the strong need to do so. I feel like I will clarify the Six of Swords, but um, I feel like your intuition is on point with something. There seems to be some clarity here that is coming to you regarding either the people you surround yourself with this Three of Cups, or perhaps is this Emperor energy, if this is a person. Whatever it is, I feel like you're being led in some particular direction here. But I do feel like there's a need for you to leave something behind at the same time. I heard your approach is a little bit rigid. Perhaps you are trying to approach something or someone. It could be a bit rigid with this Emperor being your challenge, because as a challenge, the Emperor is not um, in his more positive energy. It could be something very rigid. You could be a little bit um, scattered with your energy. You're not, taking, you're not very focused, or something of that sort, or you're being too controlling or too um, restrictive with something. Now, if this is a person you're dealing with, again, it has the same qualities. You could have someone in your life that is quite rigid, quite controlling, just control for the sake of control, not for a particular reason. Could be someone that is out of control in their own life, because usually when we're out of control, we tend to control other people or our surroundings. So it could be someone like that you're dealing with. It could be an Aries, by the way. Seems like a lot is going on for you this month, like various little moving parts. Um, it's like your attention goes in one direction, you've got this new stuff coming up. Your intuition seems to be telling you that something is off about something else. There's also a need for you to leave something behind, release something. You have the Three of Cups in your surroundings, so I would think that these are people, friends of yours. I mean, it could be anybody. Could be drinking buddies, smoking buddies, whatever this is. You have this group of people that are around you, or could be a love interest that is perhaps engaged with other people. Take that as it resonates. Um, but this seems to be a pleasant energy. You seem to have fun with these people, or a person in particular. Um, so yeah, overall, it's not a bad month, but it seems like you are struggling a little bit with the action department. I'm getting that quite strongly. I do feel like for some of you, there is literally something that's holding you back, possibly from taking action, is what I picked up from this full moon in Scorpio card. There is something that's holding you back here. That could be anything, okay? It could be this emperor person or situation. It could be your own fears, your own abilities or lack of ability to take control of the situation. So it could manifest differently for different people. So as an outcome, as a future, you have the Six of Swords. It does seem like you are transitioning from one stage to another here with the Six of Swords. Because it's swords, it's a mental transition. So maybe this thing that's holding you back is your mind, or you've got some mixed thoughts about something, or your intuition seems to be key here. Even though you're of rational mind, you're an air sign, there's also this intuitive side that tends to kind of kick in sometimes for you to tell you that something is off, or to give you a nudge in a particular direction. So let me see, what are you doing here with the Six of Swords? What's the Six of Swords for Libra, please? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it seems like you are transitioning from this rigid state. You've got another four here. It does seem like you're holding on to something quite tightly here, and it could be that this month you're finally in that you're finally in that space of, okay, I'm gonna try to be less rigid. I'm gonna try to be less controlling, and it could be something that has to do with your practical situation, your financial situation. It could be that you're holding on to the last penny, or you're in a place where there's not a whole lot of flexibility, or there's not a whole lot of room for growth or room for improvement when the Four of Pentacles shows up. Now, for some of you, you could be moving into more stability, but I feel like there's something quite rigid here that's holding you back. That goes back to this Emperor card too. So it seems like you are trying very hard to kind of free your mind a little bit, perhaps of fears, or, whatever negativity that's going on there. And to try to go towards something new. It seems like your intuition is guiding you in that direction, towards a new approach to something. For some of you, these aces could signify a new approach to a situation, or a new idea, or a new way of doing things, and releasing something that is stagnant here, or is not working, because the Four of Pentacles is kind of a stagnant card. So this stuckness and this rigidity, it needs to be dissolved a little bit for you this month. And it seems like you are taking some steps towards it. but they're baby steps, I would say. Nothing too crazy or drastic, just baby steps. All right, Libra, that was my reading for you. I wish you a fantastic month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.